Mazda has candidly pointed fingers at the pandemic era for pushing a new SUV into market faster than was wise, and the admission reads like a rare corporate mea culpa. The model in question suffered from a launch hurried by supply chain shocks, staffing gaps, and an urgency to fill dealership floors while demand surged. The result? Quality glitches, missed refinements, and a PR headache the brand now wants to put behind it. What Mazda's comments reveal is how fragile the car launch ecosystem became during COVID-19. Design cycles and validation testing were disrupted, supplier timelines slipped, and companies had to make trade-offs between getting cars out the door and perfecting every detail. In Mazda's case, that meant a car that reached customers before engineers had time to iron out all the real-world kinks, not an uncommon story in an industry that had to balance production halts with pent-up consumer demand. Owners reported a mixture of issues, some mechanical, some software-related, and some fit-and-finish complaints. For Mazda, the focus now is on remediation, revising production tolerances, issuing updates where software is at fault, and ensuring future production runs incorporate the fixes. It's a pragmatic recovery strategy, but it's also an expensive one. Warranty work, goodwill gestures, and PR damage control all chip away at margin and brand trust. The broader lesson here is systemic. Automakers will likely carry pandemic scars for years, lost incremental R&D, compressed testing windows, and a need to rebuild supplier relationships. Mazda's transparency is useful because it humanizes the problem. It wasn't a single product manager's mistake. It was an industry-wide shock that forced compromises. That said, Mazda is also emphasizing what it learned. Processes are being hardened against future interruptions, testing protocols reworked to catch issues earlier, and supplier contracts adjusted to prioritize resilience. The brand wants to reassure buyers that lessons were learned and that the next generation of models will benefit from that painful schooling. For customers, the message is mixed. If you bought the rushed SUV and experienced problems, the apology and fixes matter, and Mazda's follow-through will determine whether trust is rebuilt. For potential buyers, the incident is a reminder to watch early owner reports and reliability data for newly launched models. In the end, Mazda's honesty is welcome, but the proof will be